Hey everybody, this is Tiffany with One Meal at a Time, and today I'm going to be making a cheesy tuna parmesan skillet that's really easy. So it's like a take on the traditional tuna noodle casserole, but I'm going to be using baby spinach in place of peas, and it's going to be really delicious. And I know a lot of people are giving up meat for Lent, so this is really good because you can use tuna in the place of it. So let's get started. So first what we're going to do, we're going to heat up the skillet and get that going. And I'm going to take a little vegetable oil and get that going. The first ingredient I have is some chopped onion, and you just chop your onion up and get that going in the skillet. And one of the tips I like to do for my onions is that I tell people that as a time-saving tip, what you can do, you can chop onion up and put them into plastic baggies and then put them in the freezer so that when you're ready to have onion, you can already have them ready and you don't have to go through this process. Because sometimes I don't like chopping onion. You know, it's the lazy girl's way. So, one thing, probably want to get your skillet hot before you get started, but it won't take too long. This is really a quick and easy meal to make. So some of the ingredients that we're going to use today, we have tuna. So this is 6 cans of tuna. You can use as many cans of tuna as you like. I'm using 6 cans today just because I'm feeding my kids, and then we have a friend over today. So we're going to just put some extra tuna in there for some extra protein. If you want to actually put some beans in there, you could, like some white Italian beans or some navy beans in there for extra protein. You can do that. I also have a pound of egg noodles. These are regular egg noodles that I'm going to be using today. I have some baby spinach. This is 1 whole bag of baby spinach. And for our sauce, we're going to be using cream of chicken soup. If you want to use the healthy request kind that's lower sodium, you can use that too, but we're using what we have on hand. For my seasoning, I'm going to be using a little garlic pepper seasoning. This is a salt-free seasoning that you can get at the Dollar General store. It's actually $1 a piece, so I kind of stock up on these. And I'm going to be using garlic powder. Like, we like a lot of garlic here, especially my husband. And for our toppings, we're going to be using some Parmesan cheese, some grated Parmesan, and also, well, I said garlic powder, and these French fried onions. Okay, so it's going to be really quick and easy. So our onions are going here, and it's really just about combining all the ingredients to get things really going. So our onions are kind of getting cooked here. And this is a really good recipe that you can teach your kids. If you have older kids that are teenagers and they're interested in cooking, this is something that you can teach them how to cook because it's a really easy recipe. So once we get those going there, we're going to just get them just to kind of brown a little bit. If you really like your onions to caramelize, and you really want to get that sweet flavor, you can really cook them and get that sweet flavor going in them. But it's not necessary if you want to do that. If you're really in a hurry, just kind of get them cooking a little bit until they're soft. Okay? So what I do, I just kind of bring them over to the side a little bit. And then I put my tuna. And you can drain it, or you don't have to drain it. I didn't drain this. Just because I'm going to need the extra water for my next step because I'm putting the noodles in dry. So the water will be good. Now, if you don't have an electric skillet at home, you can use a regular skillet. That's fine too. Or you can use a big pot. that's fine too. I love my electric skillet. It's like the best thing ever. I said if you don't have one, invest in one. I got mine actually at the secondhand store. So, I mean, I'm due for an upgrade. I'm actually going to be looking to buy one this weekend. So, in my next videos, I'll have a brand new electric skillet. So this will be the time that you want to start to season your tuna. So, like, I like to use this garlic pepper seasoning. And I always say season to taste. A lot of times people say, well, how much to put on? I don't use any salt, so this is a salt-free seasoning. And so with this, you can go a little heavy if you like. So I put that on, and then I put some garlic, and I will season again. But this is just to kind of get the flavor of the tuna a little seasoned up. And with onions, it's going to be really good. So we get that going, and so now what we're going to do, we add the noodles, and so we add the noodles right in dry. So this is kind of like if you've ever made hamburger helper, it's a take on the hamburger helper. So you put them right in like that, and then you're going to add a couple of cups of water, which I should have already had that ready. Since I don't have my measuring cup, we're going to use the Christmas cup. We're going to use about 2 cups of water, and preferably hot to warm, because it's just going to help speed up the process of the cooking. Okay, so I'm just going to put 2 cups. I'm going to stir it and get everything all stirred through. And make sure it's up on high, because we want to get this to a boil. And once it starts boiling, we cover it up. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back, and then we're going to assemble the rest of it. So we'll be back in a few minutes to show you how to do the rest, and we'll be pretty much eating in a little bit. So, okay, don't go away. We'll be right back. Okay? Okay. Hey, we're back, and we are doing our next step. So we got our noodles pretty much soft, and so now what I'm adding is the cream of chicken soup. We still have some liquid in here, but that's okay. So I'm adding 1 can in. I just use a knife to kind of get around the sides a little bit. And I have milk, so I'm going to add a can of milk. And so this is where the creamy part is going to come in. So this is going to get our sauce going. So the noodles will continue to cook. Now, if you want to cook your noodles before, you can do that. I like to do everything in one skillet, so that's the idea of the dish. You know, just having everything in one skillet, so you don't have to mess up more than one pan. But if you want to cook everything separate, you can do that too. Some people like to do that. Now we have more of a creamy consistency going here. And so this is where you could take another opportunity to kind of season again to get the noodles a little more seasoned up. So I'll put a little bit more garlic on here. And then as far as your seasoning, you can use whatever you like. Like I said, we pretty much don't use salt here in this house. So I use a lot of Mrs. Dash and things like that, salt-free seasonings. So I'm just going to stick with what I was using at the beginning. So I'm just going to put a little extra garlic on here. And also a little garlic pepper seasoning. And this is really good for $1, you know, at the Dollar General. So you have a Dollar General by your house, pick some of these up. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. Salt free. And so now it's the time to add some of this baby spinach. If you have never tried it, you know, maybe don't put as much as I'm gonna put, but I'm just gonna throw them right in. You don't have to chop them up. Now, if you have regular spinach, you might want to chop them up first because the leaves will be bigger. But these are just going to cook down. And this is kind of better than using peas. You know, it kind of takes it up a notch a little bit. I personally don't like peas. But if you like peas, use peas. If you want to try something different, try baby spinach. I like spinach. So I say we'll throw a little more in here. And it's really tasty. And it cooks really, you know, it just kind of cooks really quick. And just stir it through. Now, our topping is what's really going to set this dish off. Is our Parmesan and our crunchy onions, French fried onions. Now, if you are totally, you know, opposed to using salt, these do have some salt in it, the French fried onions. So one thing you can maybe use is a cereal like cornflakes, or you can use like a Wheaties or Total cereal for crunch, or breadcrumbs. But I think this side looks a little lonely. Put some over here. I don't know, I'm just going baby spinach crazy. I'm all about the fruits and vegetables. And I think people will be impressed by this because it's like you just did something different, and it will be familiar to them, but then it'll be something different. So it's going to continue to cook, so don't worry what we're about to do next. So what we're going to do, we're going to just sprinkle the Parmesan on top. Is that Mr. Brown? I'm listening to Pandora. I love Mr. Brown. Okay. Okay, so sprinkle some parm on there. And then for our topping, I love Mr. Brown. Okay. We take our yeah, that's him. Take our French fried onions and just sprinkle some on top. I like to kind of crunch mine a little bit. And as far as sodium, oh, well, actually, it's not that much. It's only 60 milligrams of sodium per 2 teaspoons. So, yeah, so it's not too bad. Okay, so that's it right there. That is our cheesy noodle parm skillet with baby spinach. And it's something you can make quick and easy. I say you can make it in 20 minutes or less. You just put the lid on it, let it continue to cook. The only thing that really has to just get a little soft is now the baby spinach. But it's definitely gonna be tasty. And my son Antoine, who's our cameraman, he loves the tuna skillet, so I think he'll really enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching, and join me again for one meal at a time. I'm going to be signing off now, so talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
We're out, guys. Peace.